Hi friends, Scott Longyear here with the Experience Conference. I want to talk to you about ambition. And if you're like me, sometimes you get bit by ambition. Sometimes we're a little more ambitious than we should be. Sometime in the past, I was sitting around having a very nice dinner with pastors from large congregations, all the way from 1,000 to 20,000. So we're sitting around having dinner, and this conversation, this deep theological conversation starts. And somebody's talking about, hey, what's your view of the end times? What's your eschatological view? And I'm like, oh my gosh, man, they're going to go deep on this stuff. And I was just in a place where I hadn't really formed much of my opinion yet. And so I'm like, don't ask me, don't ask me, don't ask me, don't ask me. So there's a guy at the end of the table who leads one of the larger churches. And he said, well, here's my view. And I was like, yeah, okay. I'm like just looking down, like, don't ask me. And this guy next to me said, so Scott, what's your view of the end times? What theological view do you hold? And I was like, yeah, and I named what this guy from the large church said. He's like, oh, really? And I said, uh-huh. And just like that, the Holy Spirit said, you're a liar. And I was. I had let ambition get the best of me, and I didn't want to look bad in the eyes of the people who were around me. And I had to do some serious repenting to the Lord on that. Now listen, is ambition a bad thing? Ambition is the desire to achieve something. Is it bad? I don't think it's bad. It's often just misplaced. Philippians chapter 2 and verse 3 says this, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself. I believe that one of the huge struggles of worship teams is ambition. You have to ask this. The question's like, why do you want to do what you do? Why do you get up early in the morning and come to rehearsal? Why are you rehearsal during the week? Tech teams, why are you working so hard? Is it that you're ambitious for the name of the Lord, or that you're ambitious for yourself? You and I are on worship teams in order to do one thing, serve and make the name of God great. It's not about us, it's about the Father. So be ambitious for Him. And it says that the way that we do that is that in humility, we value others above ourselves. How do we do that? How about this? You can value others above yourselves by being on time, by knowing your songs, by paying attention to your teammates, by knowing the technical skills that you need and rehearsing all those things, by not challenging your leader publicly, that we walk in humility, and in doing so, that really curbs the selfish ambition that's inside of us. So listen, be ambitious. I want you to be ambitious, but don't be ambitious for yourself, but ambitious for the great name of our God.